Okay. Let us draft a priest, and perhaps we will get an incredible priest deck. Void Shard, okay. I guess that's not too bad. Well, I'm glad I'm glad I meet your approval for human shape. We call that the dad bod. Yeah, I've got the dad bod for sure. I was watching like a YouTube short, and it was like a young man interviewing young women. I typically don't like to watch those, but sometimes they come up, and they were asking them if they liked guys with dad bod. I was like, oh, this maybe they do. And they're like, oh yeah, we love dad bod. There's like these two like hot ladies with their hanging out or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. This is nice. And then he's like, okay, well, here's a picture of dad bod. And it was like Elon Musk with his shirt off. And they're like, ew, that's gross. And I was like, that guy's got $180 billion and looks like me, and they don't want him. And they're like, no, we like Daniel Craig or something. He was all ripped and James Bond. And they're like, yeah, that's not really dad bod. But how big's my rump? It's almost non-existent. All right, let's grab Mind Eater. I like that card. I like Call to the Grave, too. How much of that weight is cheese and cashews? I haven't really eaten a ton of cheese lately. Not a ton, although I did buy some Swiss cheese today, but I put it on a sandwich with some bread and some turkey and some lettuce. I like Call of the Grave, though. Could build a shadow deck. Ooh, Cannibalize. Wow. 3 good cards here. I think you take the Cannibalize, but I like Incriminating Psychic quite well as well. This card's just so good. To look at, sure. To cuddle up to, we want the dad bod. Some ladies do. I don't know if these 19-year-old babes with their arses hanging out on the street that this young man was interviewing, maybe they have different priorities, or they. And I don't blame them. There's nothing wrong with wanting like a guy with a hot bod, just like there's nothing wrong with wanting a gal with a nice bod or two. I think that stuff matters more. It felt to me like it mattered more the younger I was. But no shame in wanting. You want to be attracted to the person you're spending time with, whether they be a dad bod or something else. Boobas or butt? I think both are great. I think it's more important that there's a lady that'll agree to see me naked from time to time, and whether she's got one or the other or neither or both, it doesn't matter that much, truly. I'm at level 75 in Hearthstone. Should I be playing more to get to 100 before the battle pass? I mean, if you're enjoying it, I wouldn't grind to level 75 for like no reason, but I think it's you get more rewards 75 to 100 than you get 50 to 75. I'm gonna jam this lady Prestor and be quite happy. I love Prestor. Kazakis is already like irrelevant, and I think Prestor's better than Variant anyway. Plus, I think Prestor's fun. So, I'll take a Peasant. I don't necessarily want Mistress. It could be okay though. We have some high value cards already, but there's some undead synergy already with Priest too, in particular. We like different stuff at different ages. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I never really know what I want, but I know I'm a lot more confident in like who I am. I feel a lot less inclined to like make. I want to say this, and it's going to sound a little bad. I don't want it to, but it's going to sound a little bad. I'm less inclined to like make sacrifices for someone else to be with someone else. You know what I mean? I like what I like. I am who I am, and I don't think I'm a bad person. And that doesn't mean like I can't improve or I can't like make concessions and stuff. But I don't want to like this person's like, oh, like I don't like when you do that. It's like, I won't do that. When you're 20 and you think it's the last time you might ever have sex or something, you're like, oh, I better, I don't like your friends or something. Oh, my friends are cooler than you probably. So forget it. I should take Sentinel, but I'm gonna take Amulet because that's just one of my favorite cards. So there's that. I'll take Armor here. I think Void Player is like a playable card. I guess Sun Fury's not bad either. But I'll take Armor. That sounds reasonable. Yeah. But I think when you're younger, when I was younger, it felt like relationships were about like both people like sacrificing things so that the other person was like happy. But I think it's more important that, like, ideally neither one of you sacrifice anything and you're both happy. That would be better. Sounds kind of simplistic when you put it that way, but I think it really should probably be more like that than you're both like miserable. Also, sorry, I don't have sound effects yet. I have to re-download that program or something. Don't worry, I'll pay back all the points. Everyone who uses them, we won't pay them. We won't complete them. You'll get them all back someday with interest. We're hard mulling for Prestor? I don't think so necessarily. We don't have any bad cards in our deck right now. I don't know why we would mulligan mulligan a 2-drop away for a 6-drop. Let's grab Mass Reveler. That seems good for us. These cards I do not like. Time to grind with Aggro Pally. Yeah, man. Yeah, good luck, Dev. Glad you have that mindset now. Well, you know, it's not all like good necessarily, you know. It's just, I think you want to be more particular about the things that you like. You want someone else to change, or you want to change about yourself. Like if you're like a real big jerk or something, yeah, you should change a lot about yourself. But if you're really not that big of a jerk, you shouldn't have to change too much, because then you're gonna like resent the other person, or it's gonna, you know, you're gonna like, you know, it's gonna like existing is gonna become a chore, you know. You're like, oh, I better not say this. Oh, I better not do that. It's like everything in my nature, I gotta change. What if you're Dreads? It's time to bail. It's time to go live with the animals in the forest. Everyone's a jerk deep down. I don't think so. I think most people are pretty cool. But I think a big part of it too is when you're young, you don't really know what you want. You don't know what you want. So it's like when you get a little more sure of what you want and who you are, it's a lot easier to just say like, hey, this is important to me. And if someone says, hey, well, that's, you know, well, I don't like that, then you're like, okay, well, that's good. That's good that you don't like that. And now that I know we shouldn't date or we shouldn't associate because it's important to me, you know. I dated a gal when I first started streaming, and she was very against me streaming. And I was like, oh, okay, like, all right, well, maybe I'll take this day off, or maybe I'll do, you know. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Like, no, like, I like streaming, and I don't have a job. And I want this to be my job someday. So ideally, you'd want to be with somebody who is like, yeah, you should stream as much as you want, and one day maybe you'll make it. You know, you want somebody who will motivate you and inspire you and support you, rather than tell you that what you do is dumb and you should do something different. Let's take the dragon. I don't really like Azir Drake. I have 3 2-drops. I'm going to take another Azir. I have Amulet. I have Prestor. I'm going to want to draw cards, I think. Brewmaster for some of the dragons, maybe. Women trying to take my arena content away. Well, men and women both, I think, do similar things. I'm just being supportive, not trash hinger. What's a trash hinger? F her. Well, yeah. I mean, that lady's long gone, and that's for the best. You know, when you break up with somebody and everybody tells you for the best. I realized very shortly after that was very much so for the best. She was the only person I think I ever dated that wasn't really a good person. Other times you have, you know, disagreements and you have different priorities and stuff. Maybe you have difficulty communicating, but I don't think I'd ever dated somebody else that wasn't a good person. I'm going to take Creepy Painting, even though I'm not very happy about it. And a Bloody Knight or a Sun Fury. I have a fair amount of heal. I guess I'll just take this. I'm a Priest. It's probably a little better than Priest, right? Hello? Okay. I didn't like pick 9 cards, did I? Alright, let's take a Baba Naga. And I do like having a Northshire Cleric. That's nice. I do like a partner in crime. The card is pretty good. The Light It Burns is nice. I like Dungeoneer too, but let's grab the Light It Burns. Excuse me? I thought I was playing Arena, not Battlegrounds. I didn't know I was supposed to disconnect 6 times a second. Diver's the best card here. Prisoner's great with Prestor. It's a good 2 as well. I guess I'll just take the Diver and it's okay. I need more 2s though. Let's grab a Trawler. Maybe we'll get a Phelan. I could take the 3. I could take another 2. Currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wouldn't mind a 6th 2. Sing an Undead. I don't really love this card. It's an awful Prestor stat line. We're not pulling any big Undeads ever. I think I'm just going to take 1 more 2 and then hopefully can round out the curve a bit. Embalmer with how many Undead? Wow, very good with Mind Eater. Not too good. I mean, if you're getting Mind Eater specifically, it's good. Clear Conscience is a good card too. I guess I'll take it. Bunker. I think I'll take a Bunker over a Dark Iron Dwarf. We don't have any Novas. We don't have any Condemns or anything like that right now. This card's fun. I like this card. BG's is taking over the system. I want a partner in crime at this point in my life. I don't know, maybe my crime days are behind me. I want somebody that'll sit on the couch with me that has a hard time breathing during physical exertion. No, I don't know. Just somebody, yeah. Somebody nice is good. Somebody with a butt that won't quit. What does Homer say? Someone to nap with. Yeah, nice little nappy poo. Someone to open Pokemon cards with. Hey, we went up to 21 in Hero Wars. That was probably Dev. And who else did it? Someone else did it and said it didn't go up. We had 2 people that said they did it and then it went up by 2. That's cool. You know what's I think good is someone like you. I think I want to be with someone who will leave me alone sometimes, and not like not in like a mean way. Just like sometimes it's nice to just be alone. Sometimes you like spend some time with them, and then you can just sit in the bathtub for like an hour. Just sit in the bathtub, and then come out, and then I'm going to take Astalor, and then he's going to take Astalor, and then we'll both have Astalor. So I'll take Korak instead, right? Thanks, Dev. Definitely someone who likes Pokemon, or at least someone that will pretend to like Pokemon, right? I don't know if I should even bother playing that. Red, have you chosen a consent? And what's the purpose of this new patch? I don't know what that means. Like the thing? The little music thing? I haven't picked. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to pick or not. Was it just a Battlegrounds thing? I don't even know. I haven't done anything. Play this and just get something? I'm just going to play the minion. I don't know if that's right. Would you date a girl that really likes to eat and is breathing if she walks upstairs? I'm not sure what that means. But I think I would like to get in better shape. And I think if I was dating somebody and they wanted that as well, and we could like motivate each other, that would probably be good. Not that I need to date like a super fit person, but like I think it would be good for me. Darn it. I mean, I could do it on my own too, but in so much as so far, I have not done that lately. Is for packs and a hero skin. So I can unlock it just by playing like what I'm doing right now, like just by playing Arena, because I'll be down. I can't play Hero Wars. I'm playing Marvel Strike. Thanks for that. Hey, they're both awesome, and I appreciate you checking them out. And I don't think there's anything wrong with playing games like that and enjoying them. I'll just take a Shadow Spell. I don't mind that. Draw your 2 lowest cost minions. This could actually be pretty powerful if we get Prestor. Right now, we might get Mind Eaters. Those are pretty good too. I'm not going to do it right now. Didn't this card used to cost 4? I think you're describing a gym partner. Yeah, well, like somebody, you know, that will go to the gym with you and is your partner. Yeah, sure. Kripali was here this afternoon. If you're familiar with the young man who, he actually, I believe, played an abundance of Marvel Strike Force. I think he initially hated it and then found that he quite enjoyed it. But now he's very cautious about downloading any of the games we do as, you know, sponsored content. And he was adamant about not playing Rise of Kingdoms. And then eventually he was like, fine, I'll download it for you, but like I'm not playing it. And then today I've barely seen him for like, you know, a month or 2 or whatever, 6 weeks. He's been busy with work, he said. And he came in and he's like, oh, okay, Red, here's my town in Rise of Kingdoms. And he's clearly spent his child's college tuition fund on some sick buildings. I think it was probably worth it though. Gym partners are nice. You work out, and then you work out, if you know what I mean. Oh, I think so. You're talking about doing disgusting, dirty schmecks, right? Because, yeah, I think I'm familiar with the activity. I've done it once or twice. I'm going to play him both. If he can't kill it, this could be pretty strong next turn. If he's investing something inefficiently to kill it, then there's still some value there. Speaking of compatibility issues, if you don't mind sharing, what were the main differences that you think made your last relationship not work? Well, without getting into the too much of the details, I would say that the main thing, I'd say it's probably 2 parts. Two parts to that, in my opinion, and you know, this young lady might disagree, but 2 things sort of struck me. Is one, I think the streaming lifestyle is kind of, it seems very easy to work around, but in practicality, it's kind of not. I work overnight and I sleep during the day, and part of that means I don't always know when I'm going to bed. I don't always know when I'm waking up. Sometimes I sleep 3 hours. Sometimes I sleep 8 hours. Sometimes I'm up at 4 or 5 p.m. Sometimes I'm up at noon. Planning stuff is very difficult. And I think that in theory, it's not really a big deal, but in practice, I think it was kind of more of a difficulty than I think initially, may have seemed. And I think I'm just in general, I think from a more from the relationship itself, I'm very I don't have I don't express a ton of emotion. I don't know how to describe it. I don't feel a ton of emotion, and I don't like arguing. I don't let a lot of things bother me. And I think a lot of times people will take that as me not caring. I should be really emotional and animated and stuff. I'll oftentimes say if there's a disagreement, I'll usually say things I don't understand why this is a problem. I really don't think this should be an issue. Or I'll say things like, I really don't enjoy this discussion and I find it to be annoying or frustrating. And that's not always the best thing. You know, people don't always want to hear that when they're upset about things. But I'm not doing it to be a jerk. I just, you know, it's like, usually my preference is just like to like watch cartoons or something, you know. I enjoy watching cartoons, or you know, doing you know, whoopee making, or you know, going out for like, you know, skateboarding or something. It sounds tricky. Yeah, the practicality of it, and then sort of just my sort of baseline kind of nature. And, you know, like, I have emotions, you know, like, I like beautiful things, and, you know, I get frustrated and sad and stuff, but, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm very... Okay, like, my computer was really frustrating me. It was broken, and I was trying to fix it, and I couldn't, and it was frustrating me. And I was trying very adamantly to like not have that affect like anybody I was talking to in a negative way. Like I didn't want to like put that frustration on somebody else. I'm like, it's like you can be like, oh my god, like leave me alone, like, oh my god, like this isn't working, like, but it's like, well, I don't know, everybody has problems, and why do I want to like add to someone else's problems? And I feel like a lot of the times in relationships, you know, yeah, you're kind of like just adding to other people's problems. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm gonna give him his water, Ellie, now. If you're ever frustrated, blame me. You never frustrate me. You're a wonderful young man. I don't really know that much about you. But yeah, sent me some Pokemon cards, so you're pretty much a friend for life. You're cool as a cucumber. I wish I was more like that. Yeah. You know, I when I was younger, and while even then I feel, you know, I was very similar to how I was now, I feel like I was much, you know, when you're younger, it's like everything's harder. You know, especially, you know, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 24 maybe. It's like you're trying to figure out like what you want and who you are and how you fit in, and like how you want to act, and like, you know, the opinions of other people matters a lot more. You're trying to date people, you're like trying to be an adult and stuff, and you know, it's like I remember being sad a lot. Like I remember being sad when I was younger a lot, and I think a lot of people feel that way. You like can't get a date, or you don't have the job you want, or you know, whatever. And like now it's like, man, like I don't want to feel that way. So it's like I kind of just choose not to. And like sometimes, you know, like I can't get a date, but it's like, well, you know, maybe not dating somebody can be nice. You could just, you know, like I said, sometimes you just want to spend time alone, and that's nice. Or maybe you date somebody and they're a jerk and not dating them is better than dating them. You know, sometimes it's an improvement. So, yeah, there's pros and cons. So, I'm 42 and I get angry often. I own a VR arcade. Lots of stupid people mishandling my expensive equipment. So you're living in like the Bahamas, right, or something? The Caribbean? Was that you? I forget. Sorry if that's not you. Somebody owned a VR. Are there two people that own VR arcades here? That would be maybe a little different. Like if people came into my house and like came in and like, you know, ruffled up my Pokemon cards or something, I'd probably be like, oh man, this is fucking annoying. You know? That's me. Tahiti. Okay, yeah, there you go. I'm one of those people that feels emotions deeply and it sucks. I love spending time alone. Yeah. Alone time can be great. Feeling emotions, I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like a good deal. And, you know, you can't control it. It kind of is what it is. But, like, you know, I like relationships for me that have been particularly difficult are when, like, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I feel like I've been better lately on the stream, but, like, I don't have, like, a particularly, like, I think that there's a lot of humor in this world, and I think it's almost wrong to like not point it out sometimes. Like, you know, you should make fun of things and people and yourself, and if people are like offended by it, or if I feel like I have to like walk on eggshells of like what I say or what I do, or I feel like I can't express myself, then those type of relationships are very difficult. I wanted to complain about my dragons, but I guess they really haven't been that bad. Got two brass wings, but a third one would have been nice. Does Mage always have so many cards? I don't know, man. They really seem to, though. Hell Reaper, thank you for the tier 1 Hell Reaper. Yeah, another brass wing would have been good there. I hope I just top deck like a 2-mana Alexstrasza. That would be helpful. I could wait a turn here. God damn it, Bobby. I'm just gonna wait a turn. If I feel like I have to walk on eggshells, I step away from the friendship. Well, my friends, I've only ever, in my adult life, probably had like 3 friends, and probably like hundreds of acquaintances from work and other streaming and stuff. And I definitely, with friends, no, but like a romantic relationship, sometimes I have felt that way, where it's like, oh, like I better not say this, or ooh, maybe I shouldn't say that, or whatever. I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe. What's up, Brad? The computer part ever arrive? Well, I got a whole new computer, and that's how we're on right now. But I'm going to try to fix the other one, I am. Is our deck a bunch of Twilight Drakes? I sure hope not. I sure hope not. How many? Do I have 2 amulets in the deck? I forget. Oh yeah, that's getting discarded. I guess I'd rather have this one get objected though, right? I think just one. Is it just one? I think I have 2 in there. I'm pretty sure I got one from a discovered shadow spell minion. The 3/1, or the death rattle. It generates one. Wait, you just pinged me in the face? What the hell? You're going to 2, brother. I'm just gonna trade him. Shucks. I thought I was killing him. It's barrier. Did we know that? Did we know that for a certainty? I mean, it saves us some health, I guess, a little bit. Three brass wings? I need more brass wings. I don't know how many death rattles I've had. Maybe I just do it now so I don't die. I guess. Well, that's a pretty bad last dragon, though. So I think I have 1 dragon, 1 amulet, and 1 unknown? No. 1 light it burns? What's your incentive for Hero Wars? You were able to share this, but understand if you can't. Like, how much are they paying us? I actually don't know. It's not a... I think he might have thought that dealt double damage to my face. We have download goals that I think are 70 downloads. I think 140 and 210. I could look it up, but I'm not exactly 100% sure. And they're going to pay us a couple $100, I think, if we get to each one. Each one's like a couple $100. It's actually a little less lucrative than the Marvel Strike Force one, but I think the pay for the playing the game was actually higher. Some companies like prefer one over the other, or they incentivize you one way or the other. Yeah, he might have just been dead and he doesn't care, you know what I mean? Like they might just, like that's not necessarily a misplay. But yeah, is that a fair answer? I'm not exactly sure, but it's like if we get to 70, they're gonna give us like a couple hundred, like $300 or something. Usually the payouts for those type of things are higher for the goals, but again, usually the hourly rate is lower than what I got for this one. So it's actually a better deal in my opinion to just get the money up front. But more downloads means people want to work with you in the future, so that also helps. Even if you don't hit the goals, like any download kind of helps in that regard, because maybe you can get another deal with the same developer or the same, you know, like through Stream Elements or whatever. They can they'll be more inclined to work with you. You sharing the Marvel Strike Force incentive helped me understand how much the game expects to make out of an average user. Yeah, that stuff I have no idea, but since streaming and learning more about streaming, I've been flabbergasted with the amount of money they offer for like ad budgets and stuff like that. You know, and I considered, you know, our stream historically like relatively small, because it's like the really small streams don't really get any offers or like any lucrative offers, and we're like more like a smallish medium stream in that regard, and like they're still like, if I would consider them fairly substantial. And then you kind of have to like, you know, factor in like what, you know, what someone like, you know, Summit or Amaranth or Crip or like these channels probably make, and it's I'm sure a crazy amount, you know, like five figure hourly rates for sure for some of those channels, for some of those products. And you know, I mean, they provide an audience that not many people in the world can. So, you know, agree or disagree, I think it's good, and the companies must make money off of it, you know, McDonald's or whatever. Mobile games are ridiculously lucrative. I watched like a Instagram reel or a YouTube or something like that, like showing like the top 5 or 10 mobile games, and I can't remember. I think they must have like listed how much money they made in the last year or something, like reported revenue, and it was like 8 games I'd never heard of, and maybe like Raid Shadow Legends or something. And yeah, it was, they like the numbers listed were like just absurd. And you're like, wow, like I should invent a mobile game. And you're like, everyone's like, oh, I don't spend any money. Oh, I don't want to spend money on this. Someone's spending money for sure. What if you pass the 210? No. Very rarely have we ever done them and like eclipsed the final incentive or anything like that, you know. If we hit it, I would message them and probably be like, okay, I'm taking it down unless you want to, you know, do you want to like do another 70 or something? Yeah, but that I don't think has ever come up, so. I guess I'm brewing this back. We're gonna need to find Prestor and then high roll Prestor. Marvel Snap makes a lot of money. Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know, but you look at Marvel Snap and it's like you must. I would assume like, wow, like the game is so expensive. Like Marvel Snap is prohibitively expensive to me, in ways that like other mobile games kind of maybe aren't. Not to say I haven't spent any money on it. I don't mind buying the battle pass. It's fine. It's $10 a month or whatever. And I play the game enough that I think it's fun, and I like clicking more buttons, so it's cool. But it's like wow, it's so expensive. They must make a ton. But then you'd be like, well, maybe nobody's spending it, but people must. But it's like if it was cheaper, maybe you would make the same amount of money and more people would spend it. I don't know. Marvel Strike Force generated 150 million in sales during its first year. on the iOS and the Android. Growth continued to 180 and exploded with 300 million in 2020. Good gracious. Yeah, man. That's a lot of cheddar. That's a lot of cheddar. I'm gonna take the Call to the Grave. I'm gonna take the Reckoning too. Reckoning's quite good. Having a counterspell for specifically collateral can be very nice, but probably ain't gonna line up perfect like that, right? 300 isn't even much in the mobile world. Yeah, maybe. You very well may be right. Like I said, I don't know too much about all that. Sure enough, I don't. You're a great streamer with a great personality and a great community. I'd agree with most of that. We do have a great community here. And I guess I'd consider myself a pretty good streamer. Pretty good at Arena. And I chat a lot. And I think some people like that. Except for Tasney's friend, she made watch the stream once, and then they said that I talked too much and they didn't like it. Genshin makes so much. Yeah, maybe Genshin was on the list or something. Genshin. Yeah, Genshin's a cool game, though. I thoroughly enjoyed Genshin. I didn't spend any money. I didn't spend a dime on Genshin, I don't think. But I loved it, man. That was a cool game. I enjoyed Genshin. I'm not saying I'm not going to play it again, either. Deal 8 to a random enemy. That's not very good. I want to get the Reckoning down too, but oh my god, I thought this, oh my god, it just flew out of my hand. I thought it was a Holy Smite. I was like, I'll just smite it. I still love playing it, and I don't spend anything. It's a great breath. It's like a great Breath of the Wild. See, I never played Breath of the Wild. I imagine it would be a better version of Genshin, but I've seen some Breath of the Wild, and I feel like I preferred Genshin. I preferred playing Genshin. Watching Breath of the Wild didn't really inspire me to play it necessarily. Genshin is better? Yeah, I don't know. The music's great. The characters are all sexy babes or like mighty warriors. I don't know, man. I felt like I could do anything in that game and not spend money. I didn't really feel like I had to spend money to like... That is a good draw. Like, I didn't feel like I had to spend money in order to, like, progress. I could just do whatever I wanted. Alright, let's get some, I'm gonna what? Okay, those are good. Those are good cards for me. Alright, one there, one there, one there. So I'm gonna blast. Oh, you know what? Let's actually play this one. Because he's got an Astalor in his hand, right? Weapons that break is an annoying mechanic. Yeah, that's in Breath of the Wild, right? That seemed annoying as shit. Hopefully he hits our raid boss a bunch, right? Yeah, that wasn't very good for him, huh? Wow. Cool. What I like about this meta is I really don't feel like somebody plays an Astalor and the game is over. It does feel like, yeah, maybe I can contest an Astalor. And then I had a couple of 4-mana, Elder Legendary Dragons. Oh, I don't know either. If anybody is messaging me on Discord, this computer, I'm trying not to run Discord at the same time as running Hearth and OBS. Not that it was impossible, but it was kind of... I think it was kind of reaching its limitations. Contest an Astalor with a 4-mana raid boss, yeah. It's a good card, but I think I have a reasonable curve. I think I'm down to look for like Mind Eaters or a good 3-drop. All right, let's trade in this thing. Yeah. I'm gonna try to respond. Sometimes people message me on Discord. I'm gonna try to do that with my phone. I need to remember to bring my phone over here. Did you score it on your phone? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I could open it here, but this guy's got a good curve. He does indeed. Oh, I need to grab my blankie. Okay, after this game, I gotta go for blankie and phone. Prestor's good. Will it ever, could it ever be good enough? Might just be too slow. It's better to charge large sums. You look for whales? Yeah, I don't know. They probably know. I mean, I'm sure they know a lot more than I do, right? I don't know. I guess Hearthstone, like, if you look at it, like there's tons of people that buy, like, a pre-order bundle for every expansion. And you're talking about a couple $100 a year, right? The game's been around for 10 years. It has a humongous player base, so can kill that. I guess I'm doing this. Think you aren't going to change the mind of someone not looking to spend money? I'm trying to think. And maybe it's just, you know, I imagine that type of stuff is geared at a different audience. Maybe it's like geared at younger people. Like it's targeted towards younger people who grew up with like this kind of being the gaming market and the gaming expectation, right? Like for me, like you spent 60 or 70 bucks on a Nintendo game and that, and like, you know, like that was it. Then you own the game and you know, that's kind of what you did. But now there's probably been kids for 15 years. Every game they've played has been a mobile microtransaction game. They've never owned a console or like a Game Boy or something. Everything they've played has been on Steam, downloaded, you know, on a Steam sale for $2. Like, I'm sure that is some sort of factor on some of this. I think we need to get Prestor down, and we have to high roll Prestor. We need to hit some really potent dragons. This is such a sick card with Prestor, because we could potentially hit some cheap minions. Like we could hit a Deathwing or a Ysera or something. Okay, maybe they choose not to kill us. I bought the cheap bundles, 10 packs, 1 legendary, when I was really into the game, into Hearthstone. Yeah, those are good deals. They're good deals. I don't know. It's like spending $10 a month on Hearthstone, if you play Hearthstone for 2 hours a day, like I don't see, it makes total sense to me. Because, you know, 120 bucks a year, that's like what you would spend on 2 games when I was a kid, you know, and you might only buy 2 or 3 games in a year. All right, I'm gonna just real quickly grab my blankie, and then we'll come back, okay? Maybe grab a little snacky poo. Whoa, this looks better. Wait, why does this look different? Do they update this? Wow. It's an improvement, I'd say. It looks nicer. A little sleek. How do you spectate? Sorry, I'm just gonna walk away for just a minute to grab all this stuff. And I will be right back. with a blank key reveal. That's right, King Charles. Blank key reveal incoming. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I wasn't sure how long I was gonna be gone. I ate some carrots. All right, back to work. Sounded like Red slapping his own ass. Tay's getting clapped. I missed the game, sorry. Claps, spectate. To instant concede, run ends. Oops, is that what happened? I should keep an eye on the other streamers. And then just spectate them when they're like doing poorly. Spectate them and then just end. Don't say a word. There's literally an ass on stream right now. Hey, come on, Quantum. That's not a nice thing to call me. It's kind of rude. They had Neptulon and Taze had 0 cards in hand and 11 life and no born when you joined. Uh-oh. That would be so mean. No, I won't do that. I think we'll take an objection. The other cards are pretty low impact. I'm sure we'll get some value out of this. Wow, he didn't draw. That's cool. Always love that. Howdy, Red. How's the week treating me? Pretty good, man. I'm here. I'm streaming. Some people downloaded Hero Wars, which is cool. Did you hear about the new Magic set based on Lord of the Rings with special serialized one of one, the One Ring? Big Willy Wonka vibes. Yeah, we were talking about it this afternoon. I think it's really cool. I'll probably be the one that gets it, would be my guess. This girl's streaming her butt, and you got more viewers than you. How can this be possible? Well, people like butts. I have found. That's irritating. Don't really have a way to play around it. I was hoping explosive. I was hoping for water Ellie, but what can you do? I'm feeling like Charlie. It'll let me buy a house. Would you sell it? I guess I would sell it if I got it. It's going to be over $100,000. You said girl and then used male pronouns, Quantum. I'm assuming this is in the hot tub section of Twitch. Let's just take a gander. They all kind of got their arses hanging out. A lot of these channels are just ladies in their underwear with like 2 viewers. We should raid them to get them more viewers. You think so? Yeah. My main language is Turkish, and Turkish is a genderless language. We don't have he, she, it. We have O for everything. So sometimes I make that mistake, sorry. I love Taze. Taze is a good man. Redbeard, imagine if you had your butt out, you'd have 2 more viewers. Well, I don't know if we want those viewers here. Sick in the head. Probably. What's happening? This mage is getting more and more cards, while I simultaneously am getting nothing. We have 100 times better versions of it. I swear it's proven that Turkish is the best language to swear. It's been proven. I agree. Red will be streaming on a nude beach soon. I can see it. You can see it in your mind's eye. And it's not looking good. Let me just tell you that much. Which band did you commit to? I haven't done any. I guess I should do that maybe after this game. When 2 minions trade, does creepy pinning always turn into the first one that got played? Yes. It always turns into the first one played. Does it steal 5? I forget how this works a lot of the time. Could brew it back, I guess. I like the Warrior Rock one. I want to hear the emotes before I like make a decision, I think. His expert knowledge of game mechanics wrecking his opponents. Well, maybe not this game, but, you know, to be fair, I tried. I tried to do my best. I typed that before he drew the skill Sarah. Hey, where's Queenie? I was hoping we get Queenie back today. She loves skill Sarah. You misposition it for possible teriyaki into combustion. You know, I've got a sneaking suspicion we don't have to worry about that. I like the idea of a music-based set. Some of the cards seem cool. I like the 1-mana 1/1 that discovers a beast. And I like Hipster. That's a cool card. What else do I like? I like that Death Knight. No, yeah, Death Knight legendary try rune card. Wow. Oh, he couldn't kill it. Interesting. Um, I have 2 Baba Nagas. I wonder. Did he already use the Awakens? I didn't really pay attention. He did not use the Awakens. Yeah, I don't really care if he uses it here. Maybe we'll find a Pyro. Maybe we'll find a Fireball, maybe? Who's seen signature cards? They look like you're viewing things on LSD. It's super cool. They look cooler. I'd like to try them out. They look definitely better than the current versions. I really hope that you get the option to like pick which version you want to use. Golden, regular, signature. I don't know why he's doing all this stuff. Draw a holy and a shadow spell. I have Cannibalize, but I also have Amulet. I get a 2/2 version of a minion from my deck. I guess I take this, and I don't think I play it here. I'm just getting a 4/1 if I played this. Maybe I play this and I cannibalize this turn. You could Jelly Bunker. Yeah, my first thought is Jelly Bunker. Or it's what? Cannibalize Spirit Guide? Cannibalize Spirit Guide's not that bad. You can Jelly Bunker something at any point, right? Alright, I don't know. It's close. If I just play this, maybe. But this draws the Amulet, and the Amulet could allow us to trade and maybe pick up Prestor. That's unfortunate. Spirit Guide is back. So you wanted to Spirit Guide and Painting. I don't think that does us a ton of good. Let's play that. We'll kill something. It'll buy us like at least half a turn. Maybe. So I can Jelly Bunker trade. Jelly Bunker. I can get like a Ysera, which is a good card. It just, am I dead? That dies, that dies. I'm not dead on board. That actually could be kind of good. There's not like some funky way to go face here, is there? Like where the game is bugged. So I Creepy Painting, I trade. I Jelly, I play, he has 5 power. I die to a Fireball. 5, 9, 10. He hasn't played Nightmare, has he? So he's 2 off with Nightmare. That's Nightmare, right? Guess I should trade. Nightmare? Okay, well, that's always 1 off, 5, 9, 10, 11. I think this is the play you have to make. It's interesting. If we could have got this off, then the Nightmare becomes kind of obsolete, right? Okay, well, that's useless. That's also a good start to this turn. He kind of needs to kill the 2/4 or potentially die, right? Maybe? Maybe he'll Nightmare trade. Maybe he'll top deck a Sunwell. You never know. I don't have any spells for a Baba Naga. I mean, honestly, I kind of love it. He has so many cards in his hand, though. Could play these two. If I had hit Baba Naga, I could try to, but I guess I'm never going to be able to draw Amulet and Baba Naga. Heal? I don't think heal is very good. Our next draft will be Alex. Could be. Our next draw. Oh, our next draw will be Alex. Well, there you have it. Well, there you have it. You heard it here first. Quantum promised. Our next draw would be Alex. That becomes a 3/3 rush, which maybe is not that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards still from the 7 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good thing Quantum said our next draw was going to be Alex. Interesting. I like that he's not pinging my face. I hate this game so much right now that I want to scream. God, I want to scream. I knew that was coming. Conjure into Condemn. That doesn't help us much. Probably dead here. Draw for Cone. Well, we draw out of our own deck here, so we ain't getting Cone. 1, 2. Trade. I'm doing this. It looks kind of wacky. I think this is the play. Damn it. Yeah, 2 mana off, 1 damage off. You hit a 1 or a 2 cost dragon there, you can maybe still find lethal even. Drake has to live? Well, we have to live is the biggest priority. And we might just be able, if he doesn't taunt, we might be able to just kill him. Don't give him the fireball. Okay, don't give him the fireball. Can't believe how close this is despite Skillsera and Sunwell into Energy Shaper. Yeah, If we had hit our Prestor earlier, or if we had hit a good dragon off of our first or second like Prestor draw, we might have already had, you know, wrapped this one up. Interesting, interesting. We are not one off. 7 plus 6 is 13. I almost just played that. Oh, it's a 4-mana card. 4-mana rush. Sorry, I'm chewing up carrots here. Fireball Gamer, remember to check out the bands. So that's what I need to do? Wait, I like that portrait. Oh yeah, easy. That one looks cool. Yeah, look, come on. I'm some hot 4-armed babe. All right, let's get back to work. Okay. You can't turn your back on a blue-haired babe. I never have and I never will. But I might do it again, maybe, in the future. Sometimes you got to turn your back on the blue-haired babe for your own good. Other times, you always come crawling back. Eventually, you come crawling back to the blue-haired babe. Okay, that was a hard-fought win. Yeah, let's try to find some better curve cards. It's weird how there was no DK packs there. What's a DK pack? What is DK pack? Youthful Brew. I'm gonna try to live a dream where I can coin out Prestor. If he has kind of a weak start hero powering on 2, maybe it's alright. We'll see. Sometimes I feel like it's too hard to get away from Baba Naga active on 3. Are the EU surfers effed up? I heard they were messed up earlier when they did the Battlegrounds release. I don't know if they are still messed up or not. I'll play a Paladin Secret if I get one. Yeah, Reckoning's solid. And then we've got Baba Naga active now. We didn't have to use our coin. I'm fighting some guy named Dan the Man. Is it possible it's your friend? I don't think he ever played Hearthstone, but it's possible. You know, anything is possible. But probably not, no. Probably just another Dan who thinks he's the man. Coining Prestor with 29 health, a minion, and a Reckoning up. I'm kind of cool with that. There are at least 383 Dans who think that. Or at least 382 other Dans who think that. Maybe he was just, yeah, probably the 383rd. Not like Redbeard, the one and only. Board, Death Knight, and Arena is an easy 12 wins. Do you think he activates it? Maybe. Maybe he drafted 7 of them. There were people that activated this in Arena. A couple of people. This guy really built Elwyn Boar Death Knight. Smite might just be better. Maybe we take the light it burns and we just do this. I know we can brew back the Caligos, but I'd rather just have a good turn and win the game. Really mad at him. Although there's no chance I'm being sniped, I feel like he knows my deck. Considering all I get is neutrals, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, true. The Death Knights. I've tried to build Elwyn Boar. I've actually had an active Elwyn Boar. I could have had a guaranteed Elwyn Boar go off, but I misplayed, and then it went into my pool. Another Death Rattle went into my pool for an amulet, and it became a 50-50 to get the last Elwyn Boar, and I didn't get it, and then it wasn't possible, and I got 6 out of the 7. Did you know if you brew back Lady Prestor player again, you get even better dragons? Really? Better than Caligos? Hey, Redbeard, your latest VODs don't have the game audio recorded. Can you please change that? Do they not? Did I change the audio? No, they should have audio. No. I mean, you're telling me they don't. So you sound like you know. And I don't really know, so I'm gonna kind of trust you, but... Oh my god, no game audio. Yeah, I'll try to fix it. Sorry, I switched PCs, so I have to get OBS set up. I thought I had game audio, though. I don't know how to work this damn machine. Alright, going first. I guess I'll keep that. Time to ditch this YouTube experiment, stick to Mama Twitch. Oh man, Refugee's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Didn't I have game audio yesterday? I thought that was the whole point. Wait. Quiet down, Redbeard. Man, they do sound louder, too. I really thought we had those things. Let's just draw cards. It's actually kind of good. Stop. Enough is enough. Have I played a spell? I could play that. Play a secret. I guess if I got a mage secret, it's probably worth it. I'm gonna pre-hit here too. If he wants to throw his stuff in there, I don't really care. We're kind of in a Prestor waiting room every game with this deck, I think. So if we don't have Prestor, I think we just want to like get as many draws at Prestor as we can. I think I want to just trade it. I think that's okay. Prestor bust. Yeah, I don't think we have many options. The deck, again, is just not very good. just close something? Well, that's a pretty good one to get, at least. Could have got like a diver or like a, you know, something like that. Could be good with this thing. I can get my own diver. It's not very good though. My own corporal, sorry. Judgment's a good card. It's just not really good in this spot. So I think I'll hold it. Yeah, it's fine. I wish we could, because it activates both Baba Nagas, but what are you gonna do? I thought you mulliganed into Prestor? That's the plan, but not this game. Last game we had Prestor, though. I don't know when I fell asleep at the computer, but all I know is it's time for me to sleep, so good night, Redbeard and chat. Okay, Dev. Alright, Dev. I'm gonna open 2 packs after this run, but I guess we're not gonna make it. But I'll let you know if we get anything crazy, okay? I'll let you know. They had mini tins for Crown Zenith. That's the stuff I like to buy for Crown Zenith. And they had 5 of them, and I asked if I could have all 5, and they said no. I was like, how many can I have? They're like, how about 3? I was like, okay, give me 3 then. But I ain't happy about it. I should have just cast it last turn. Enjoy the stream. I'll be on tomorrow. I should be on tomorrow. I should probably not be taking any days off for a long time. And then he has oh my god, that 2/6 soaks up these hits pretty well, actually. Yeah, sure. I guess I missed actually some heal here. I could have pre-hit and just fully healed. It's fine. I don't really care about it that much. I mean, I'd rather have the health, but... Always grab the Charizard tin. Is there a Charizard Crown Zenith tin? Or the one with Leon? Is that... I don't know who they gave me. I actually have them over there still. Why not brew the Sneeds? Because I want an 8/8 on the board. Brewing the Sneeds doesn't really do anything. You want to be able to like free kill a minion. Oh, that's better order. Free kill a minion, push face, like that type of stuff matters more, I think. Wow, I can actually discover. Get another Sneeds. Brewing back the Gorilla Bot actually seems kind of cool, but... Leon. Okay, I need the Leon one. Now you got me awake again. Sorry. Pokemon cards. What does this card say? Just one spell, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of want to play Prestor. Is that dumb? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He bumps, he shoots. I'm gonna play Prestor, man. F this. Is the game fun again? I think since they've had standard Arena, I think Arena's been a lot more fun. It's very frustrating at times because the power level's so high, but I think most of us have had more fun since Arena's become standard. But yeah, I think it's fun still. think the live leaderboard's really cool. I think Arena's actually gotten a lot of nice support in like the last month or so, 2 months maybe. Whereas like Battlegrounds got a huge update today and it kind of broke the game, and I think people are kind of mixed on buddies in general. I'm not really crazy about buddies, but I've never really had interest in standard. I don't know. I actually don't even know. Typically I kind of know what's like somewhat relevant. You're my buddy. Yeah, we're buddies. Of course. Of course. I've been having fun with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been having fun with a Dr. Octopus deck in Marvel Snap. How do you get credit? You just have to use Redbeard's link, and then it will track it. You know, I really was quite considering brewing back the Prestor just to get another minion. But yeah, if you use Redbeard's link and get to level 10, then we'll get credit for that. Do you have to do DK tutorial? Yes, it's in the solo content. Second amulet? That's his first amulet, but he had a rune earlier, and that was very strong for him, you know? Now I think I'll brew it back. The amulet might have, the rune might have cast an amulet, I kind of can't remember. A 4-1 was the pick. What did he get? Mistake and maybe like Fairy Dragon or something? A never-ending string of frozen touches. Dexter, if you're curious still, the game is less fun when your opponent frozen touches you 30 times, but luckily that doesn't happen all the time. Have I cast an expensive spell? I haven't. I guess I'll just take a Cheesemonger, I guess. That's a pretty good card to get down to. Yeah, I'm just going to play that. We get to discover another dragon. We might gain some life. We get to squeeze in a heal. I don't hate that. The Cheesemonger, the Frozen Touch isn't infused, so I'm assuming he won't use it this turn. I used the link and made it to level 10, but it didn't update. It did seem to take a little while. I think it'll probably go. But I appreciate you checking it out, Sewer Pygmy. You already burned it? Oh, did he? Is it completely gone? Well, then maybe he has no spells, right? I'm so sorry, I need to stretch. Oh, God. Oh, that feels good. That's good for me. Now, do I play Awakens here? I think so. Just get him off the board, don't have to worry. Someone Doc Hawked me, and it pulled Nimrod and Armin, which hit the Nimrod. It was like, thanks for the free 20 power in the other spots. That might have been me. That happened to me, actually. And I have, at first I was loving it, but now every time I cast Doc Ock, I pull a Shang-Chi every time. It just kills my guy. I don't know what the deal is, why everybody's running Shang-Chi. It says I'm level 11. Hopefully it updates, Mr. Red. Okay. We're at 21. We should be at least at 23, and if we don't see it get up to 23, I'll raise a stink. Is Dexter drunk, by the way? You are my buddy. Thanks, guy. Hey there, Graham. What's up, Mr. Graham? Don't want it. Don't want it. I guess I'll keep those. Hey, Graham. Dexter, didn't you say you hated Tarantula Graham? Out here looking like a Northwestern disco DJ. It's cold out here today. Hey, Tram. Thank you for the Prime. Mr. Tram. Do we have to link it to our account? If you just use the link, the download link from the banner or Twitch chat, it should count. I can find a 3. This could be really good if this lives. We can find a 3 to smooth out the curve. We could play like Mind Eater and maybe get a 3. So I kind of like the odds of hitting something relevant so that we'll be able to figure out our curve here. Sorry, getting tired. Yeah, I was kind of hoping this would happen. But thank you, Tram. 23 months, that's a long time. Should I play Hero Wars for you? No, your time is too valuable. Twitch chat should, though. They have, you know, they have nothing going on. I may or may not be addicted to Snap. I really wish there was a draft mode in Snap. I think that would be really cool. I'm Omega done with Snap. I have almost finally, I think, unlocked all of Pool 3. Okay, that's not true. I think I have 9 cards left in Pool 3. But if they made a draft mode, would I play it? Yeah, I would play it for sure. I don't know if it would be like super fun or not, but I would definitely check it out. I'm still playing off stream. It's just we were talking about it before, you know. I just don't like grinding a constructed ladder in the same way that I think a lot of people do. And I don't know, it does feel like it's very much like pay to win. Like if you really want to be competitive and sit there and grind. Like I play against non-stop Thanos and Galactus Null decks, and I don't have all of Pool 3, and I have almost nothing in Pool 4. And the only Pool 5 cards I have were purchased from the Battle Pass and got nerfed. So, like, there's not a huge incentive, I don't think, to, like, sit there and be like, oh my god, like, let me grind it. I think that there's a lot of things they could do with that game, and maybe they will. Like, that could be really good improvements. I think, like, your opponent retreating should probably like lose them 1 Q but gain you 2 maybe. Like the grind, I don't know, it doesn't feel rewarding to me. Even as somebody that doesn't really like constructed, I feel like there's ways that they could really incentivize you. The rewards you get kind of like most of them don't really matter. Like they're just like a title and like an avatar, and it's just stuff that I don't really want. Whereas, like, if gold was, like, if there was, like, a 250 gold at 50 and, like, another 250 or, like, 300 at 90 or something, I think that would be kind of cool. Nice way to reward the players. I think that'd be kind of neat. I don't know how many spells I have. But one thing I like about this is I'm down to... I just hit... dragons now, right? I deleted Snap a month ago and I don't miss it. It's a predatory game. I just think the way it's monetized, it's like it's really fun to unlock cards, and it's very expensive if you want to unlock everything or anything specific. And I do think that it feels predatory, but if you just play it for a smaller amount of time, I don't think it feels that bad. I'm just not really motivated to sit there and play for like 8 hours. You know, it's frustrating that below 70 I see constant bots, and above 70 it's always a Thanos deck. Yeah, I think the matchmaking needs some tweaking. I think the monetization needs some tweaking. But the game's fun. I just think it's more fun to just do my daily quests and then kind of bounce. And when I get to unlock a new card, it feels cool. And then I put it in my deck and it stinks. And I'm like, okay. Okay, I move on, you know? Like, I don't have. Like, I play against Thanos and Galactus, Null, and Shuri. Like, those are pretty much the only decks I play against. And I already know if I've won or lost, like by turn 1 or 2. And you know, it's like, do I have the counter, or do I, or does my deck, like, are they incapable of beating those? And I'm collection level almost 3,000, and I don't have any of those cards. So, you know, at first it was very frustrating, and now I just don't care. I just don't play for more than 10 minutes, pretty much ever at a time. And the minute somebody Shuris and Red Skulls me, you know, and I don't have the answer, I just retreat and I just leave. Or, you know, like I have the Shang-Chi or the arrow or some type of counter card, and then I just beat them and I win. Or I snap and they retreat, I feel like. And then my daily quests are done, and then I'm kind of done. Let's play this one. Sounds like a good setup to get people to spend money. Yeah, and maybe they do, you know? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you're a game company and you're putting out something that people enjoy and that they want to spend money on, you know, and if you're enjoying it and you want to spend money on it, like, there's nothing wrong with any of that. Just for me, as somebody who enjoys limited formats and doesn't really enjoy the constructed grind, that's really kind of all that Snap has to offer right now. If they had other game modes and stuff, I think it might, you know, it might change my mind a little. I'm collection level 1K, but don't see a lot of Thanos or Galactus, but damn, if there aren't a lot of Patriot decks, yeah. So, I don't know if you're in Pool 3, I'm assuming you are, right? Like, once you get deep into Pool 3, it just feels like you're unlocking, like, a new card every 3 or 4 days. And, like, meanwhile, you're losing to the same... You're not unlocking any of the cards you're losing to, and you're playing primarily against the same decks. But I felt similar about Patriot when I was early into Pool 3. It was like, it was all Patriot Mystique, and like the metas shift and change, but it's like I never feel like I have any complete decks, and I never have any of the meta decks. So it's like that aspect of it, I think, feels very frustrating. And has not diminished as I've progressed further into the collection level. Again, if anything, I feel like it's more rewarding to me to spend a minimal amount of time and then kind of, you know, come back and do my dailies. You know, I bought the tokens on Tuesday and I unlocked whatever was in my shop, a Pool 3 card that I wanted. Do we just click the link and play it? Yeah, you just have to get to get your team to level 10, and then it's good. Guess I'm just playing these for now. And I guess we hope he doesn't have AoE. Hearthstone's dailies give gems. I think there's like a special like reward track or anything. But anyway, I'm not trying to like shit on it. I think there's pros and cons to Snap and Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering. And I'm very happy that some of you are enjoying it immensely. I'm very happy that Dexter had a ton of success. That it's helped his content creation, and that he's enjoying it a ton. Do you have to create an account or just play the browser game? I don't think you had to. I didn't make an account, and I think other people have done it through just the browser, I think. See, I don't want to make it sound like, you know, I think the game stinks or it has no redeeming qualities or anything. I don't think that's true. And, you know, if you've been here a lot, you know, certainly I don't have, you know, I don't hold Hearthstone in this regard that it's, you know, infallible, that it never makes mistakes or that it doesn't have improvements. I think an interesting thing about Snap is, like, you can kind of, for now, give it the benefit of the doubt. It's like a new, fun, and, you know, interesting game in ways. And you can be like, oh, well, maybe, you know, they'll make improvements. Hearthstone's been around for 9 or 10 years. And in terms of Arena, the vast majority of the time we've been able to comfortably say, like, well, you know, they're not making improvements or whatever. Let's start here. Yeah, let's do that. And honestly, let's just play it. That way we can keep these removal spells. What am I doing here? I was kind of hoping to, I guess I'm just gonna go wide. I was hoping to get Prestor there. Where was that from? Oh, the prismatic. Yuck. Gosh darn it. It's a taunt. It's a bigger taunt. Is the frozen touch infused? Because then, oh, he has 2 frozen touches. So yeah. Okay. I mean, we're never winning that game anyway. It's not a big deal. I'd rather get slapped around at mages at 6 wins than, like, you know, 2 or 3. I'm going to get up real quick and take a short break. I'm gonna just grab something to eat. I'm feeling pretty hungry, just like a little snack. Let's go back and spectate someone for a moment. Prestor's on vacation. Yeah, I mean, our deck is very dependent on, you know, finding the Prestor. If we find the Prestor, I feel like we've got a chance. Hanging out in the arena? Okay, let me just... Hello? I'll be right back. I'm also gonna go pee real quick, too. How come every time we watch this guy, the game's over? I will start the next one. I might not finish this game. Hey, Pop, thanks for the Twitch Prime, man. I appreciate it. Alright, we're gonna bail on this game. Good luck to Mr. Taze. Hopefully he turns that run around. Doesn't look like it's going too bad, though. 3's not the worst. Okay, let us return to the land of the streamers. That game was winnable? Unwinnable? We were spectating somebody. We weren't playing that game. Sorry. We were not participants there. I was just walking away to get some little snack. But yeah, it looked winnable for our friend Mr. Taze. Oh yeah, just remembered. Everybody's probably checking out Battlegrounds today because of the new stuff, huh? My dying breath is for the city. Hey, that Hero Wars counter didn't go up. A couple people said they did it, though. Double trade with that dingus? I think I'm gonna just do this. I could only watch Dreads lose connection so many times before I had to take a walk. Yeah, I actually kind of tuned out of Battlegrounds a bit today. I was excited to watch. I was watching Dog, and then I was streaming Arena, and then we just did like a, we finished up yesterday's run. We did another run and looked at some of the new cards. And then I ended the stream. I was like, oh, let me watch Dog play some. And I saw he was disconnecting. And I was just like, oh, man, that stinks. So then I went in and watched someone else, and I saw like everyone was disconnecting. I was like, oh, that really stinks, I was excited to watch. I was watching Ixty, and then I was watching, I was like, well, let's see if Dreads was able to get in or whatever. Build your own arcane overflow. Yeah, it was kind of a bummer. So it wasn't as fun to watch. I'm sure it wasn't as fun to play. Was something on Hearthstone's end? Yeah. Yeah, it was everybody. I think like the whole EU server was down or something too for a while. I don't know if it's back up. Like a freezing trap? I'll go face. Reckoning, emergency maneuvers. Someone a copy of it. It's dormant for 1 turn. I'll put pressure on him. I'm not winning like these long value games against mages if I'm not, you know, finding Prestor. And right now I don't have any cards and I don't have Prestor, so. Damn, what if that had turned into a 1-1? That would have been better. We got the Blizzard special, yeah. That was, I mean, it's so disappointing because it was such a big, you know, such a big release or whatever, but I'm sure they weren't happy either, but I don't really understand it. So I you know, all I can do is like blindly observe it or critique it, but it's like, did they not like try to play a few games themselves and be like, oh, everything's disconnecting, or like you have to roll it out to 3 million people at once? You can't just like have 30 people try it and make sure that that doesn't happen. I guess it must be different, but it's crazy that that was the choice. That's worse. I'm gonna do that because I can find lethal from his deck potentially. It's what's amazing because they released old content and it's still bugged. Well, I'm no coder, which may come as a surprise to you, Jerby, but I'm under the impression that a lot of the stuff, like they just kind of like code over problems. So like chat kind of explained it once. So it's like they don't have like a code that works. They have a bunch of code that doesn't work, and then you just keep building on top of it. And then when you build something new, it breaks something underneath it. So like even if you had something that was working, it goes away. I don't know, something like that. But like even like the old functional stuff doesn't function that well. I wonder if I just have lethal. That'd be cool. Boy, I am so stoked to get 7. That's great. Is this our first run? No, we had a horrible mage. Play 10 holy spells or mechs. Radiant Disco Machine. Yeah, you love to hear that. Have we even cast this once? This whole run? I don't think so. These are all okay. I'm gonna look for my Prestor or my 2s. Microsoft Office used to be 45 million lines of code. See, now you say that, and that sounds like a lot, but since I don't know anything about coding, that might just be like a normal amount. I don't know. I'm gonna assume that's a lot. Mancrick or Murloc? I'll take the Mancrick. I'll get mine way before him, right? Hunter can be trouble? Yeah. Once you get to 3 or 4 wins, everyone's deck is strong, regardless. But yeah, we don't have silences or anything like that. We don't have Shadow or Deaths even. So like the high mains, the Mountain Bears, those cards are going to be a humongous problem for us. I think I'm actually going to play this one first. I like getting the Mancrick's Wife in the deck as fast as possible. Maximize our draws to potentially hit it as early as possible, but I mean a 4/5 looks pretty powerful here. You can trade with like, you know, his 3/4s. I'm not throwing damage into 1 power minions here. We'll let him make the trades, or maybe we start racing. Now that we have this and this, it's a little more feasible that we might be able to win a race. If I were him, I would probably be double trading here, but I'm not him. Like, if you hit an Olgra this turn, like, it would be kind of insane. I reached level 10 in Hero Wars. Hey, thanks, man. It's not updating right now, but I'm sure it's tracking, and I'm sure I can talk to them if it's, you know. I'm sure that they're getting accounted for, even if sometimes it doesn't register. It's been a good combo for us. But I appreciate you checking it out. Hope you enjoyed it, or if you didn't, I mean, that's okay. I thought it was pretty fun. Those games, you know, they have a similar structure, that type of game, but, you know. Cannibalize. Take off a couple of stuff, do some stuff, right? Why not? We'll take the hit with this one, because then we just get more healing value. Let's heal 2 different minions instead of heal 1. I think it's time for bed. I grow weary. Who are all these people in bed with me? Maybe it's your stuffed animals. You see that, Shell? Didn't hear you mention it. I actually watched a large portion of the Rangers Caps game earlier today, but I didn't like comb through scores. I forgot we played the Islanders, right? Man, I love the Kings. Man, that's great news. We have 9. We're a little short, but I'm just gonna present lethal here. A little short on mana. Wow, the Kings are on a roll. Let's see. Quinton Byfield. Is that an empty netter? That kid doesn't seem to be that good at hockey yet. I guess how old is he? 20? He's 20 now. How many years has he been in the league? Boy, he sure doesn't look like a 2nd overall pick yet, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. He's 6'5", 220. Come on. Come on. Let's see. Any points for Kopitar? Yeah, Kopitar had an assist. Love that. Love that guy. Priest outsmorked the Hunter. Yeah, I mean, we curved out really well, and he just didn't want to make any trades, so. A big part of that was the 3 mana 4/5 we were able to play on turn 2. Sometimes, you know, the card just pushes 8 damage or whatever, 12. Because he used a hero power, or a weapon on it too, right? So sometimes you fall behind early, and that poison weapon can be kind of a little obsolete because you get too low to really utilize. I'm an attentive viewer. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Also, it's cold. Is it ever going to get warm again in this world? I don't want to be here next winter, man. Rainy and cold today. It's going to just be rainy and cold for another week. Although 60 degrees and kind of sunny on Friday, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll walk and get lunch or something. Sure. I just want the Prestor, and then I guess the rest is just like somewhat right? Somewhat curvaceous. It was a beautiful day, despite the predictions of rain. Yeah, it was too cold. I was riding my bike at 2 o'clock this afternoon and it was 40 degrees out. It's March. It's the middle of March. I don't really understand how weather works or anything like that, but ain't it about time for it to be a little warmer? Like, just give me like mid 50s or something. Okay. Did the groundhog see a shadow or what? Isn't it spring? I think it's spring, isn't it? I'm actually not sure when spring starts. Actually, it might be a few more days still. But yeah, I do feel like I've been too cold for too long now. God, when people play a Scorpid, I feel like it's somehow manages to be like the Omega Prestor counter. I guess if I have to, I'll just play Gangplank and hold the Prestor. I got a foot of snow yesterday. Oh no. How's life, Bill? I haven't seen you in a while. Sounds like it's snowing a lot, which isn't necessarily great. Cannibalize, trade. Yeah. Have your guy. Tase with the raid, the guy we spectated like 8 times. I appreciate that. I'm not sure if he's like getting notifications or what. Cosmic. Oh, you know what? I was actually lurking a little while earlier today. I saw Cosmic was co-oping, and I was confused. I was like, really? So I hung out. And I heard Cosmic on comms. But yeah, I appreciate the raid. I hope the stream was good. I went to get some snacks. I went to go pee a bit. Separate times, and I figured I wasn't exactly sure how long I was gonna be away, so I guess I could have coined and played that first and maybe had a Karen, like a Bane on the board or something. I'm chilling with a camel doing a couple of co-ops. I hope that's awesome. We always like, stop hearing from Cosmic periodically. I always just hope he's doing well. Luckily, Graham said he spent some time with him recently, so I wasn't too worried. But that's really cool. I hope you guys had success and fun. I hope you had both. What spells do I have? Not a lot here. I can shoot there. Let's start by just seeing what they have for us. Draw our most expensive minion, or we can summon a Korak for 1. I think I'd rather summon a minion right now. I guess I can play this. It'd be best if you were just quiet for now. We can shoot that. And I'm not that low. Let's just go ahead and dredge. Maybe we can find like a... I want it badly. We had some good runs. Oh, cool. He learned the brutality of this meta. Oh, yeah, it's very punishing, but also I think very fun. Averages, for the most part, I think are just kind of down for people, and I think that's okay. I think it's been way more fun. Drafting in particular, I think, is way more fun. Darn it. Man, I really wanted that healing dragon too, but maybe we can get it anyway. Is this active? 3 more? Okay, so what are we doing? Trade there. I guess I could just like use this. I guess it depends where some of this stuff goes as well. If he dies, I guess I could just bring him back. But you know what? F it. I'm just gonna do this. Fine. I don't really care if that one gets hit. Let's see where this goes. Korak. So I guess I don't want to make that trade. Okay, so let's see where that goes. Give us a card, a fireball, you little worm. We might just be dead to burn. And then this Kazakus might not be quite as good as an Amber Watcher would have been. Vast Wisdom. Past Dumbass. It's the right ping, unfortunately. Could be a counter. I assume it's Oasis. Can't test. So let's go here. Well, that's kind of problematic, actually. Well, we could know what it is. If it's probably explosive, huh? I don't even remember what he played. Visage. Okay. Alright. So I can give him the 2. And then I can trade it off. I take one more. We know he has a fireball, so he has 6, 9, 12 damage in his hand. This little worm. I could just not attack. Maybe that's fine. I could play these both. Let's see what I get here. I am gonna run out of time. I'll be fine. We just have to go fast, that's all. Deal 7, yeah. Sure. Gain armor. Fireballs. Silence and destroy. Sorry, I shouldn't have got there. You appear online? Yeah, we were spectating Mr. Taze. So if you want to say something, feel free to write me a little message. It's just one spell, right? Your next spell of this turn has +2. So it's 8, 11, 14, 15. He still needs some help to get there. Unfortunately, we don't have any healing right now. You've got a red beard. That's me. Red beard. Thanks for the savior, chum. And he didn't use... Give a minion, lifesteal, and poisonous. Okay, so we want to give him a 1/3, right? And then we want to buff this. And then we want to do this. And then we want to show him our magic mines. And then, your time has come, your time has come, your time has come. Pretty cool. I think we navigated that really well. Also, we showed true APM that Dreads is certainly not capable of on the Kazakhstan turn. Kecked the mage, yeah. Broken mage gets beaten by underpowered Prestor priest. I got blown out by some nutty crap into Neptune. Yeah, we were spectating. I walked away because I went to use the restroom or grab a snack. I can't remember. And then as soon as I came back, we were like waiting for the next game or waiting for the draft. And chat was all like, "Oh man, poor guy." I'm really, yeah. I was like, "What happened?" They're like, "Oh, he had no cards. A Neptune was on the other side of the board." It's like, "Oh, that's never good." And then I speculated maybe I should just like watch other arena streams and then spectate them while they're like bad stuff's happening to them. That would be kind of funny. When then I thought, no, arena's hard enough without me antagonizing my friends. But no, I wouldn't. I mean, I just feel like Twitch chat, it's better, yeah, especially because I don't have music the last couple of days. It's better if I just have like something on the screen if I'm gonna walk away for like a minute or two. It's funny as long as you let them know. Yeah, it's good. I think overall it's probably just better to, you know, like I would be totally fine if like, you know, Crips spectated me or like, you know, someone spectated me and maybe, you know, some people would be like, oh, huh, there's another streamer out there, cool. Were you followed? Yes, I was followed. I've only been on for 3.5 hours. It feels like really long, but maybe it's just because of this deck in particular. I think we've only played, like, this run has been the vast majority of our stream. It's a fun deck, don't get me wrong, but sometimes the priest runs just, they're such a grind, you know? But I'd rather grind out a good priest result. Glad to be honored to be a spectatee even when I'm getting wrecked. Yeah, like that you can't really control. If you're going to play in this meta, you're just going to have some runs where your opponent has a Neptulon or, you know, somebody just frozen touches you 14 times in one game. But when your deck is good and there's some... Avenge is fine, huh? You know what I was hoping for in the bottom of my heart? Not Reckoning. This is kind of interesting. I think I will take it, and then I guess what I'm going to do is just play this thing. Because if I Prestor and then turn my whole hand into dragons, that could be incredible, right? Like any bad card I draw now and then the following turn. So you draw like a Plated Beetle or a, you know, Northshire Cleric. All of a sudden that stuff becomes a little better. I don't really want to give up the Frozen Touch though, so... But it's probably going to be harder for us to utilize it, especially if our hand's all spells anyway. Is that a wool blanket? Could you describe? No, it's like, I don't know, it's like cheap cotton. Smells bad. Very soft. And it's too small. My sister bought this for me when I moved into my brother's place and I didn't have a blanket. When I lived in California, I always had like maybe, like, you know, I had like a bed sheet, maybe. We didn't have blankets in California. And then one day it was like 30 degrees, like right after I moved in there. And I was like, what's going on? This is horrible. Guess I'll go again. I was like, this is a horrible, it's so cold. And my sister's like, oh, I'll buy you a blanket. I'm like, okay, thank you. Maybe I shouldn't take that. But come on, it's too fun, right? The Rogue Recon. I'm like, come on, why would I take Phelan if you have the thing? Stream Sniper over here. The Rogue Reconnaissance of Shaman 3/8. Rat King then hit me with the Neptune. Oh god. Why, Redbeard? Well, I'm probably gonna get better Colossals. And I want to Prestor first. And then I want to Phelan. Right? I Prestor first. Otherwise, I put 3 on the bottom and then they just become shitty dragons. We gotta do it. Everybody loves Colossals. We're gonna win, and it's gonna be a much more interesting and exciting game as a result. Plus, they're stream sniping. Why would I take Phelan if I already knew you had the thing? Come on. So clear. Nothing has ever been more clear to me in the history of existence. Hey, the Hero Wars counter went up. Okay. His Colossals cost 1 mana. It might be better for him than for me. Huh. Well, I wasn't anticipating that part of the equation, personally speaking. Well, let's see. He's gonna tear the battlefield. The dragons win. Do the dragons win or 1 mana Colossals? I guess we're gonna find out. We'll find out. That's a bad start for us. But I don't really know of too many ways in which this can go well for us, to be honest with you. Can't even cast a Gigafin. Play another Colossal. Good gracious. Thank you so much, Cosmic. I appreciate the 25 months. I'm just giving my opponents Neptulon. We're so dead. Don't worry, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Got a few tricks up my sleeve here. Are there even any Colossals I can cast that'd be good? Mine should cost 1 too. Oh, frickin' hey, okay, that's a good one actually. 6, 12, 14. Am I just... I think I'm just dead, huh? So I take 14, 21. I take 8, 14, 15, something like that. Something like that. I'm traveling around. I've been good. Finally single again. I was in a bad situation. Wait, I thought you were in a bad situation that ended. Did you start a new bad situation? I mean, it's been interesting since the leaderboard changes. I think so, actually. I agree. But I'm glad it sounds like... Oh, I got back with her. Oh, okay, yeah, it happens, you know. I wish you would have played the Colossals. But yeah, it was fun. I don't think we win necessarily if we don't, you know, I mean, if we're both just playing Colossals, I think we've got a shot with a bunch of 1-mana Colossals. Luna's Pocket Galaxy, even him drawing the 1-mana Elemental immediately after, then drawing the Drake is kind of absurd. Like, we would have been in big trouble anyway, I think. Thank you, Cosmic. Speaking of big trouble, I mean... Am I in big trouble? Apparently not. Thank you so much, Cosmic, for the 20 gifted subs.